Yeah. The gifts of inspiration. The gifts of inspiration, the third group of the spiritual gifts. The three gifts of inspiration are not the kind that necessarily change the world. The gifts of inspiration was God's gifts to the church, right? Um, Particularly two of them were not seen before the Old Testament, out of the three, and that's the gifts of speaking in tongues, gifts of speaking in diverse tongues, the gifts of the interpretation of tongues, and the gifts of prophecy. Let me explain the exact purpose of what the gifts of inspiration are for. The gifts of inspiration are strictly for the benefit of the church. They have a threefold ministry. Number one, edification, comes from the word oikodomeo. I speak Greek too. Oikodomeo, meaning building up, like I'll use a good analogy that I heard someone. If you, let's say you go to school, on the last day of school, you notice that they were about to build a house. So it's holiday, 3 months pass, and then on your way back to school, you notice that the building is a totally different thing now. Something that was just a foundation now has 2 stories. So that's what it means to build up, is that there's change, there's increase, there's growth. Second thing is exhortation, and the last thing is comfort. And I'll go into details about what exactly those are. Exhortation, we have a call to encouragement. For example, you hear a word of prophecy that will exhort a church fellowship to holiness, to consecration, and to separation. It is instructive and somewhat, I don't say forceful, but directive. Like, you come, do this. You get. And finally, comfort. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. That's comfort. That's like, keep going. The Lord is by your right hand side. No evil shall befall you, no plague shall come. It's utterance of the, not just quoting of scripture, but by the utterance of the Spirit.